I think we're live. See if anybody comes in, see how you can hear me. And I think you can. Well, that offset really helped. Yeah, it's a short notice like all the time. Yeah, I'm streaming on my AM5 computer, and I am using Reaper with REAROUTE so it can pick up my effects from Reaper into OBS. But I'm using I'm using the mic it's built into the webcam, the 360 cam. Oh darn, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, it's got that Insta 360 webcam. It does have a decent mic, but the only thing I don't like about this mic. Hey, Cushman, how you doing? Um, can you hear me okay? I'm just using this built-in mic that's on the webcam, and it's a good webcam. As far as videos going, it's got good video. I'm not using the software it came that I'm supposed to download with it. I have it on one of my other machines, but I can use stuff in OBS to play around with the color or whatever. The only thing about this webcam is the only thing there's an out of sync problem with the audio and the video. I noticed, and I updated firmware. It didn't really help. However, when I go through OBS, it has a delay or a plus, minus or delay on the audio. And so what happened is the audio is way behind, or the video is, anyway, I messed with, I got a minus 250-second delay, and it seems like it's pretty in sync now with that. And I want to know if you can, I have my guitar here, and I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm not, I can't play like Charles on other shredders, but tell me if you can hear the guitar with this. I'm gonna. Okay, and I'm trying to monitor my. I figure out some of Charles's problem is his CPU really spikes when when he goes live in StreamYard. His CPU spikes to like 70-80%. Mine's at 6% right now. Of course, I'm using OBS. I'm not using a web browser. I'm using OBS, and I'm going to try to get him to show him how to use OBS. The only thing with OBS, you can't really get guests in there. You can, but not to play music or. And I'm just trying to make it easier. And but anyway, I found out that when we're streaming through StreamYards, we're not using StreamYards right now. We're just going strictly through OBS. But StreamYards and Chrome uses um, a lot of memory. So I noticed that yesterday because I was playing with on mine. His was up to, like I said, 80%. I was messing with mine on my machine over here, and it was up to 50%. It sounded fine though; it was working fine. But I killed Chrome, and it dropped it down to the single digits. But if he's using StreamYards, you have to keep at least one tab open, right? But I'm trying to just help him. But if I could get him to use this OBS, I think it would solve a lot of problems. I think. I don't know. He's still got it's still a lower end CPU. Anyway, let me You know what? I don't have. I got to see if I can. I got to see if I can. All right. Let me see if I can. All right. Oh, I can see. You're the only one there. Your computer dumb? Yeah. Nah, no, it's computer dumb. You just. All right. Let me. I gotta mute my. I'm. I'm hearing myself. Oh, and I'm just listening to the stream, which sounded pretty good actually. All right. And I had to tell my wife to lower the TV because it is a condenser mic. You know, it's what's built into all these webcams, right? So it's going to pick up anything, even you know. But all right, let me go back in here. All right, I'm just going to play a little bit. I don't know. You tell me if it's too loud, too little, and then I might try to play with the backing track. The blanket. So it has the sound on there. To me, it sounds all right. You know, you can see if the sound. Hey, Charlie S. Just doing some testing here with I'm streaming with OBS and I'm using my DAW Reaper. Hey, Hack. Yeah, just trying to, I'm Hack, what I'm doing. Charles is still having issues, so we found something. Yes, yesterday. I mean, his CPU usage goes up to like 80% when he's doing his thing. 80% where mine's on, he's going through StreamYard. And I'm doing mine. Mine was like in the single digits, but I had some tabs open and Chrome tabs open and went up to like 51%. But it was still sounding all right. But Charles has that problem when it goes up. And of course, he's on an i5 and it's, my speed is more than twice the speed as his. But I think we could solve. I want to try to get him to Edge uses a little bit less memory than Chrome from what I'm reading. I'm using I'm using OBS right now. I'm not using a browser, although I have two tabs open. But my CPU, with OBS, it's got a meter in there. It says my CPU usage is like 6.6%, 7. Which is low, which is fine, right? Oh. I really like this. This is one of those Leo James cheap. Well, not cheap, but it's cheap. I have 3 Leo James, 2 monsoons, This is one that's got the locking tuners, and it works fine. The only thing I have to do, I got it pretty low, and I don't want to go too much lower without putting. I might have to put a shim in there. It's a 24th fret, but I would like a little bit lower down there, and I got it jacked really low. It's not buzzing, but I'm afraid if I go down lower, it might start buzzing. But I might put a shim in there. I don't know if I need to though, because I'm not that a speedster where I need to go down at all. The color of it's a some kind of it looks right. It's coming across pretty good. It's purple, and I got a blue one, a dark kind of like a blue. Yeah, it's to me. And I've never played Charvel, I don't think, but it kind of reminds me of a Charvel. Of course, a heck of a lot cheaper. But I was playing my Les Paul lately, and it's so uncomfortable, so heavy, and it's hard for me to play. And this is I don't know. This is just the it's light, and I like the sound. Hello, Overland. Am I saying it? Overland Hanson. Charlie S. Guitar Hack Cushman. And Overland Hanson. Is it cold enough for you guys? We went out Tuesday and we went out today. I had to go grocery shopping, and I don't know. It was I think 18. No, I think it was 29. It said it on my car, but it's supposed to warm up from here to. Hey, it's Q. Is that Q? Yeah, it's Q. It's supposed to warm up. I think Saturday it gets up to 32, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think it's going to be in the 40s, up to, I believe. But it's like I live in a mobile home, and I'm not taking any chances. I have all my faucets, or the ones we use, like 4 or 5. We got trickling water, because we already have, I saw that. I saw Pensacola got 9 inches. You're not Fred, are you, Overland Hams? You're not Fred. You're not Fred, are you? Nah. Anyway, my buddy Fred, nah, it's not you. Anyway, because he lives there. He's a pilot. Anyway, So it's cold, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But I do have my faucets running. We already have some people in the park, their pipes freeze, and I have a buddy of mine. He lives in Gettysburg. He lives about 15 miles from me, 14. He says his pipes. He says he has his water running, but it's still frozen. I don't know what his deal is. But anyway, time surfing. There's Lester Mitchell. There's anybody want to learn how to play guitar? And I think he still has some lessons open, some online lesson spots open. Lester Mitchell. He's not old like me. He's young, but he teaches old people. He'll teach anybody, and he's the real deal. The real deal. And he's very humble, but I mean, he's as good as any good people out there. I'm telling you. I mean, professionals. He might not think he is. And here, because what's his name? What's his name is live right now. I think Lester. What's his name? Tyler. Is that Tyler? The 13, 14-year-old. He does Tim Henson stuff. Tim Henson. Yeah, he plays like he's unbelievable. 13 years old. I think he's live or was. But anyway, if you want some really affordable lessons, check out Lester Mitchell. I mean, really. And I took with the one lesson. That one thing I got from you, the one lesson pack, I got to him. But what I wasn't doing when I'm practicing, like with metronome, I'm just like just example. But what you got me to do, or I got from watching, I'll just stay on one note for a while. Just that I want to play four notes. I don't know, just doing that for a while helped me. Of course, I'm not going to live long enough to get decent at it. I'm almost 7 decades on the earth. I'm all better, but every now and then I still have a couple coughing spells, and it's been over a month now. I feel pretty good. Going to hook up with my siblings over the weekend. We were supposed to go last Sunday, but we had the snowstorm, so we didn't go. I appreciate my dude. Sometimes less is more, and that way for sure. Yeah, like watching Richard last night with the Ball Shredder. I don't know. I put a comment in there and it goes, "You don't have to shred to play guitar." I said something about not being fast or whatever. You don't have to shred to play guitar to enjoy it. No, you don't, because I can't do it. I mean, one string. I don't know. And there's my little sister is in the chat. Hey, Judy. All right, that's all I can do. I like doing the alternate picking more so than the hammer. I don't know. I don't know. I think I saw some videos where he'll do it both ways, but just the alternate picking sounds good. Wrong note. All right, so once again, okay, how I'm doing this, I'm using OBS, I'm using Reaper, but I'm using one of there's two ways of Reaper has a built-in plug, two different plugins you get, two different plugins. One is called Restream, and the other one is just it's like you're assigning your like adding a virtual hardware thing, and it's called REAROUTE. So I'm doing REAROUTE, which I have to install on Reaper. I have to install this audio input capture thing, and then I choose REAROUTE in there, and it blah blah blah, and it captures my sound from there. So I'm not using no lander, no virtual audio cables. I'm just using everything that's built into uh, everything that's built into Reaper and then OBS. And but I'm using my Insta360 Link camera webcam. I'm using its mic. So the beauty of OBS, you can use multiple audio sources, multiple audio sources. And I was going to use, I got I'm using a Focusrite Scarlett Solo, the cheap small one. This is old one. It's like a Gen 2, I think. Yeah, Gen 2. And I was going to hook up my XLR, but I wanted to try this. And then I was saying earlier, the only thing I think about this Insta360, the camera is great. It's got the well, it's off now. It's got the it'll follow you and stuff like if you do a command and stuff like that. I don't have the software on this computer because I really don't need it. But I was always disappointed with this mic. I mean, the mic sounds okay for a webcam mic. Okay, there. Oh, it just turned off by itself. Okay. Anyway, the mic sounds okay, but I don't like there's a delay. I noticed there's a delay. Now with the beauty of there's the delay between the me talking and the video. Now the beauty of OBS, it has a thing in there where you can offset it, a plus or minus. I had to do because I think the video is way ahead of the audio. And anyway, I did a 50 minus, or it was, the video was ahead, I think, or vice versa. Anyway, I was playing around with it. I came up with a 50 minus, 250 minus millisecond. And it seems like, I don't know if it looks in sync to you. I did some recordings ahead of time. It seems like it straightened that problem out. I'll be using Reaper and OBS when I go live Saturday. Works great. Yeah, I did the thing. I don't use it that often to stream. And I got to look at it. I scheduled this stream, like 10 minutes ahead of time. Like I had to look up my own tutorials so I forget how to do it. But I think if I get Charles to use this, I don't know until I try. I think it will help him. The only thing is I couldn't be in there with him. Now, like when I did it, I was live on my old. Over here is my I'm on my AM5. I just built this 3 months ago. Works great. Where I had the first two, I couldn't get to. I had to take back. They wouldn't work. One of them wouldn't work at all, and the one that kept them crashing. This one's working fine. But my AM4, my oldest machine here, it's about 5 years old. It works great. And I was using that the other day when I was testing OBS. I was doing the same thing except I was using Lander. I wasn't using REAROUTE. And I was using the XLR mic on there. But I got Charles to come in. What I did was I hooked up with Charles on StreamYard. You can use StreamYard just to do recording. You don't have to go live. So what I did, I captured that video of that screen from him, on a Chrome browser in StreamYard. And actually, OBS picked up his sound fine. It was beautiful. Except I was using the same mic. I was using the mic in OBS and the same mic in StreamYards, and it was like, you couldn't hear me. StreamYards will just automatically adjust your mic, So the next time if I do something like that, I would just use a different mic for StreamYards and a different mic for OBS, and it should solve that problem. Because if you go to playback, Charles sounds fine. You couldn't hear me. But I'm pretty sure that'll solve that problem. But anyway, now let me see if I can get let's open up a browser and I'll see if I can jam with it. Okay, and I don't have Chrome on here, so I'm using Edge. I think it's the only thing. Yeah, all right, let me see. The only thing I can play with is a Pink Floyd backing track. Let's see if you can hear that. Let's see. Should pick it up automatically. I think. Let me see. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you can hear that. Um, properties. Yeah, you should be able to hear it. I'm on default. Yeah. Thanks, Kush. Nice enough. I guess it. I guess it worked all right. I'll. Oh, here have a levels. A level sound art to me, but just because sound art to me doesn't mean it came out across the internet, right? But yeah, I'm just trying to get Charles to. He shouldn't be having all these problems. Nah, it's not good enough, Cushman. Thank you, I appreciate that. But nah, it's. I want to be able to play like AU812 Hack and Charles and everybody else. I can't remember anything. That I'm just playing scales I can remember. That's why it's easy. Just give me a backing track and I can pretty much, not counting when I'm hitting wrong notes. If I just stay with the pentatonics but every now and I'll do the major. I'll play the major minor. I'll forget my pattern. I'll hit a wrong note and where I'm at sometimes. But I don't know. It kind of sounds okay, I guess, but not as Did you just watch Lester Mitchell or that some of these young guys? Unbelievable, unbelievable. I don't know how. I guess I shouldn't complain. I'm lucky. Lucky I'm able to do what I'm doing. I just got news my neighbor passed away. He'd been sick, so and I mean, been really sick. So I've been here what not 5 years yet. My neighbor over where am I at? Where am I at back? Um, my neighbor over here. I was here like 2 months. He passed away. Then the neighbor across the street just her husband passed away. And he was young. He was only well, I say young, only 78. But he was the other one was 85. And anyway, it's just sad. And then oh look, the audio I think is on, or is it? There it is. Then I get a message from a Facebook message, direct message for a messenger from a guy I work with. Hey Mitch, my wife passed away. That's all he said. My wife passed away. I gave him my condolence. That's all he said. And I didn't know his wife. I mean, I knew him from work. I mean, he was like, I was there 46 years, and he was like, he might have been there the last 10 or so years, 10 or 15 years. Yeah, we should have good weather, Jude. It should be in the 40s, no problem, no snow. But I guess you didn't have much out your way. I think, we were out and about Tuesday and today. Seems like they, in town there, of course, it's like 4 miles down the street. It looks like they got a little less. And normally we get a little less. This is the most snow we ever got since I've been here. After William, how you doing? How you doing, William? Let me see, William, Judy, Hack. Okay, yeah, this is the most snow, which is only I'm 6 to 8 inches. Is that? I mean, it said officially 6.1 inches, but it looked like we had more in there. But hard to tell because we had drifting going on, and it took me. I think I was out there 2 hours shoveling, and normally it wouldn't take me that long. But so we got a driveway for two cars. My wife's car's in the shop. Blue Moths, how you doing? Anyway, my wife, the car's in the shop she had a little fender bender, she's getting repaired. But I had to clean. So normally, I just clean behind I need to make a little path from our deck, a little bit of sidewalk to the cars. It's not much I have to shovel. Normally, I just do to the car doors and behind the car so we get out. But since my wife's car was not there, I don't know where they're going to get it. I said, well, I gotta have to clean that spot out. Normally, it wouldn't have been that hard. But what I was doing, so I was just taking my time, and it was luckily it was a light snow. I would just take it from the top, take it off the layer. But I get tired real fast. But I wanted to warm the car up to get the ice on there. So I'm sitting in the car. I would take breaks, the car warming up. And then I turn the motor off. And I just do this a couple times. Then all of a sudden, my key fob or whatever you call it, it's not doing anything. I'm thinking my battery died, but it was the key fob itself because my wife's worked fine. Anyway, I don't know if I got water on it, got real cold. The next day it was fine. It's working fine because I thought I had to change the battery and that. Wayne McConnell. Yeah, no, 1/2 inch. I don't think I'd shovel. 1/2 inch. No, I don't. I mean, I shuffle as little as possible. Yeah, but yeah. So that yeah, yeah. I was saying I've been here 5 years. Well, not quite five. May 1st will be 5 years. And I don't. We haven't had a big snow since I've been here. Well, we've had snow, but it seemed like it was more on south end of town than it was here. Where this time it looked like we had a little more than what they had, and we are high up. So you would think we would get more snow. We're on a very high up on it, but it doesn't necessarily work that way. But when I was living on the south end of Hanover, which is 9 miles down the street, down the oh, we were there from '93 till about 4 years ago. Man, we had some big snowstorms. Oh my gosh! And then some years we hardly get anything, but I can't remember what we were 15 years ago or whatever. We were getting like two 10 inches a week or three, something like that. 15. I mean, it was just. And then some years you're lucky to get 3 inches. That's all we've been getting before Sunday, which is fine. 3 inches, that's good. Not too bad. Doesn't not going to kill you. You know. See, this is that Insta 360 camera. where you and it does all this tracking stuff. So it does it without the so I don't have the software in here, and it does it without that. But it's not real. It ain't real. It should turn off. It doesn't always. It doesn't always turn off right without tapping on it. I don't think it's off now. Anyway, but it has a good picture, but not without playing with it a little bit, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to stream. I want to, like I said, I want to get Charles. I want to try to get him to use. I think OBS could work out for him. I'll have to set it up for him. Um, but he gets. I mean, he has some really good sound, but just like the longer he goes, like we were doing some tests yesterday. But when I saw his CPU spiking up to 80%, man, I shouldn't be doing that. Well, I don't know. I don't have a laptop. Everything. I mean, my wife has a laptop, and she's got an i7 where Charles has an i5. But hers is, she just does her online stuff, whatever, banking, whatever. That's all she uses it for. But I had a lot. I had an i7, but it was old. I got it in 2000. Actually, I think I got it when I built this one. Wait a minute. Around 2000. What year is it? About 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. But I don't remember. It's an i7 Gen. I don't think it was ever a Gen 6. But that thing struggled on like doing maybe doing streaming live, and it was a gaming computer, which I don't game. I don't game at all. Did you your suggestions in here? Wait a minute. I'm looking. Hack. Is it in here? Zoom? You mean Zoom? The like I don't think Zoom is good for doing this kind of stuff. You're talking about Zoom, like like what's the other chat thing? Yeah, I don't have Zoom. I don't have Zoom on any of my stuff. But it might be on this one. I used to use it on this one. Um, Zoom is not. Is there's some stuff about that software I don't like. Security reasons. Um, we could try it, but I'm going to try it again using. Like I said, he's using Chrome. I'm going to try it with. When he's using StreamYard, I want to try it with Edge because the Edge. I read up where Edge does use a little bit less memory than what Chrome does. And another thing, when he was having problems yesterday, I'm in there. I'm remoted in there, and he uses Chrome. So that's another tab he has to keep in while I'm in there. So, but because he didn't sound too bad on this show Friday night. I think the more he would go, Chrome doesn't release memory. If you close tabs and you go into go in Task Manager, you'll see Chrome is there. It has a whole bunch of Chrome that's you only have one or two tabs open, so it doesn't release stuff. You might see 20 in there, you only have two tabs open, but you can kill it. So I had that. So I was doing that, and as soon as I killed it yesterday on mine when I was doing the test afterwards, it dropped it down to like 6% or whatever. It was at 50%, but now I'm not using Brown. I'm just using OBS, and it's got its own built-in. So it says I'm at 7.8% right now. And let me see if it matches up with Task Manager. Uh, well, this is OBS is only using that much of my CPU, but overall my CPU is using like in Task Manager using 13%, which is nothing, you know. So I think Dog Paw, woof woof, how you doing? How are you, Dog Paw? Did you get snow out of Texas too? Was there some freezing weather? It's crazy. Yeah, okay. Like Skype was real bad doing. I didn't like Skype either. I don't. Yeah, I haven't used Skype in a long time, but I used to use Zoom. but I didn't do this with Zoom. It's been a long time. Um, but I think if I get him to use this, of course, he can't bring people in, but it'll help him. Yeah, I think we'll get his sound, and he's got some effects. He's got a line six some pod, line six something, whatever. He could get that he could get that Roadcaster too and plug that into it, and then he could get hold of anybody when AU812 and help him set it up because I don't know anything about the Pro Roadcaster Pro 2. I mean, I got to be honest, I look at it every day, and they had a Black Friday sale. They're normally like 700, and they had it for 540 at Sweetwater on Black Friday. Man, I was like, I was thinking about getting it, really, but I don't have, be I can get all the sounds. I don't have problems getting the sounds, and I don't have no external other than my THR10X. I have no amps around here. I don't really need to do that. But let's see how many people have in here. I know it's not too many. Let's see. View your channel. I have 10 watching. Very good. That's very good. That's sorry. Like I don't do anything scheduled. I mean, I'm looking at hack successful channels. Um, the Richard James, the ball shredder. So I've been with him, following for a year, a little over a year. I think he's got about 10,000 new subs since he started going live in the past year. Um, now talk about helping somebody. I was mentioning Lester Mitchell. He was in here, and he's got. I think he said his. I think he's using a laptop, and he struggles. If he's using a DAW, he really struggles. Mainly, he's using his. I think he's got a Boss Katana. He just you capture it with a XLR mic or whatever. Um, yeah, it's good for what it is, practice amp. But it's really good. You can go live with it. It sounds fine. I mean, you can't tell if you're using what was it, $300, that or a something else. I mean, but it was good. Cameron Cooper, he used to do a lot of stuff with the THR10X, and he's a fantastic guitar player. But I don't use it. I did put it up on a sale, and Charles wanted to buy it, and then I started having second thoughts. Maybe I don't want to sell it because I won't have nothing else. Um, I had the I had the Boss Katana 100, which you could use it as an amp or as an interface, and I did mostly use it as an interface. But I actually thought that the THR10X sounded better than that. Not that it sounded bad. It was good as an amp, but I never used it as an amp without my oh, Dwight Bailey. You know what? You know what? Can I do the I don't have it in here. I don't have it on this computer. The sound. I made it in that one. I had it all set up where I had all the different sounds I was doing there, and then I don't know. I updated once and they didn't work after that, and I had to redo it. And I never redid it, but all of my sound effects are on that computer that I downloaded. So Hitman, Dwight Bailey, how are you doing, Dwight? But all right, let's talk about I use my yeah. I'm looking at stuff like that. I couldn't remember what you got, but I'm looking at other things too. But my I could use my THR 10X and say, what's the sense of doing anything? I have I have the Helix Native. I have I have there's some freeware stuff I have. It works really good, but you can't do a lot with there. Look, it turned it on. It turned my whatever. But and I have that THU. I'll just always stick with the my Helix Native with the patch I'm using is Boston Pizzas. It's what Eric Broadbent made, but it's a patch, but it's got these different effects within it. I can turn this off, do that, and do that, do that. I could have it without, pretty much without any effects on it, I think. Yeah, I am. I think I guess I'm 100% better. Although I might have bouts of coughing a little bit, and then I do get stuffy when I'm in bed. Nothing like, look, you can hear me now. Yeah, I could barely talk there. I've never been that sick where, I had a flu before where the fever just made you bad. I had a little fever with this, but it's felt ailment for like a couple of days. But it felt like I had a fever all the time. And just with the stuff your nose and cough, I was coughing so much. My fat stomach was hurting. All right, let me see. Really? I can read dog paw. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can get great tone. And look at my Helix Native. It's got 1,000 patches, and I don't know how many. I say 1,000. It's got a lot in there. Hey, but I always stick with you. None of them sound good by itself, not without tweaking, in my opinion. And the UB. There you are. Were we talking yesterday on Richard's show last night? I'm using the THU both in standalone container when I'm live on stream and through my DAW. THU. That's the, and I like that. I like that a lot, and that's what Steve from Boston uses pretty much all the time. But I had the Helix Native. I had the Helix floor unit, right? I think I paid $1,400 for it or whatever. And then they had a Black Friday sale couple years ago. Like they have Helix Native, which is, it just uses the same engine as the physical unit, right? And I could interchange. I could export files from it and use it in Helix Native, right? Anyway, they had a sale on a Black Friday. I think normally this software Helix Native is like $200. Don't quote me on all this. I'm old. I don't remember things right. But anyway, they had a sale. Um, it was normally $200, but if you had a Line 6 hardware, you could get it for $100 if you had purchased right. Plus, they had a 50% off on Black Friday at Sweetwater. So I got the software, Helix Native, and it sounded, to me, it sounded just like the unit, that I had, the Helix floor. So I sold it, and I'm still getting the same sound. I think I sold it for 12. I didn't lose too much money. I had it for, how long did I have? I had it at the old house. I might have had it 4 or 5 years. 4 years maybe. I don't think I had it 5. And I was happy. I only lost $200 on it, and I'm still getting the same sound. I still same patches, and so I thought that was pretty cool. And I have it on. I know one time I had trouble; it wouldn't let me install it. They had to, like, bias effects. I think you can assign, like the one I had. You could put it on 2 computers. Same with Charles, uh, bias effects. But you could assign it and you could take it off. Mine wasn't like that. It was like I had trouble putting on a second PC. I had to call them. So he made it. Oh, I'll make it where you can put it on so many PCs or whatever. But because I don't see where I can. Now I'm sure I could install it uninstall it on one. Like I had that one computer I built, the one at work where it kept on crashing. I uh I just did away. I just took everything back, but I forgot to uninstall it on that. Um, I forgot to uninstall it, so that could be showing. And but anyway, I have it on. I have 4 computers. Count my Mac Mini, which I hardly ever use. My M1 Mac Mini, but and I like I said, I use the same patch, not 99%, unless I want something clean, no effects, or I might just find some other stuff. But I'm not a musician like the guys in here, like Hack and it's all pop, the real musicians. I'm not, I just have fun. I just have fun. So so Nam is going on now. So I saw Johnny Bean. He's had some video stuff up there. Um, and that I think Richard's going to go. I haven't seen any videos from him yet. Rick, the ball shredder, and but was on under the bus network. They put it their thumbnail up. They come on 9 o'clock Wednesdays, and I'm looking on my phone. This is like Tuesday, and like so I'm looking at it, and so it's got Nam in the background, and it looks like it's Johnny B on there, and Laz and Jay. I'm looking. I swear it was them, and I don't see it. And then when I was on the computer, I look at it. So it was actually those guys. It was the guys from Under the Bus, but they made themselves look like the guys on there. That was funny. Anyway, but I thought I said go in there. Oh, you guys kissed and made up. Yeah, funny. Anyway, I haven't bought any. The last guitar I think I bought was the EVH, my EVH Special, which I had nothing but trouble with that guitar. I mean, you buy stuff at Sweetwater, they got the pictures on there, and I was so I love that purple color, right? But I'm looking at it, it's not centered right, which it's got not the if you got fat finger, you need a wider neck, and it doesn't have a wide neck. I don't know why I got it. I should have got the yellow one, the 5150 style one or whatever. Anyway, um, but you can see it's really cockeyed to the right. Everything like the high E was almost off, and you can see it in the picture. Not me. I'm not paying attention to it. So I did the thing, loosened up. I got it over some. But then my good friend Frank C, you guys probably know him. He bought me he didn't just out of kindness of his heart one of those upgrade kits, FU tone, where you upgrade some of the screws on the Floyd Rose. So and it's purple. So you got all this kit, and it comes with the posts and everything. He don't normally put the posts in, but we're doing a hangout. So he's walking me through changing everything. Everything's working out good. And so when I go to tighten the strings up, the new brass block, put that in there. Go to tighten the strings up, the pole piece is just pulled out. And I said, and see, he normally don't cheat, so he don't play with that. So that's another thing to complain about that guitar from. And I'm not, I could call Sweetwater, but I'm not. I just took it to my guy. He only charged me. I had to do other stuff. It was only $100, $108. He fixed all that. He glued it there. It's fine now. But that was that got all that from Sweetwater. I'm not buying it. I'm not gonna say don't say never, never, but I'm not buying a guitar from Sweetwater again. I don't think. I don't even want to play. I don't need any. I got 14 guitars here. Most of them are cheap. So I had my two good ones are Les Paul, three good ones. Gibson Les Paul, Gibson SG, and my American Strat. All the other ones are like under $400. Under $400. A few of them are around $100, and they play good after I set them up right. Believe it or not, I have this cheap. Can't see it there. Let me see. You can't see it in the camera, but actually, it's that one right there, the one on the end. It's a geared IT. I think I paid 100, maybe a little over. It's got the surround pickups, but I get the sustaining sound out of that I can't get on any of my other guitars. I mean, it sounds really good. Uh, it's heavy. It doesn't feel cheap. I mean, it's got cheap. Of course, the tuning pegs are not. But setting it up, and I don't think I had any. I don't think I had any high frets. I had some high frets on my first Leo Jeans Monsoon. I had to go down Leo. I mean Leo. William DeSilva. No, no, okay, you're talking about it. All right. I'm gonna do that test and I'll see how the sound sounds. Um, because I want to get Charles straight. Um, like I said, I gave him all these specs to get, and his son had one, a gaming laptop he wasn't using, and which is 10 times faster than what he had. And it is bad. He can reboot and he's back online in a minute. That's how fast it is. But it's still an i5. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I think it only clocks at I can't remember. Mine like 4.5, we're 4.5 megahertz or gigahertz. His goes up to I think 2 something, So, but she should be able to do better than what he's doing. I don't know. Anyway, all right. I think I'm going to stop this. I went live twice this week. Can you believe that? Twice. And if I wouldn't, I'd do more if I wasn't so conscientious about. I don't like playing live. See, when I'm working with a backing track, you don't know this. I do some heavy editing because I might leave some of the bad notes in there, but I'm taking a lot of bad stuff out of stuff I put online. Oh, come on, go. I'm messing around. There it goes. It worked. Um, yeah. Anyway, so thanks for stopping in on very short notice, and I'm gonna try to hook up with Charles tonight. So everybody, stay safe, stay warm, hang in there. Because look at it this way. What is it? It's the end of January. So we got to say, man, just a little more than 2 months. It'll be spring. Can you believe that? So a little more than 2 months spring. All right, guys, take care and be safe. Stay warm.